Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Cold Fire. Happy Valentine's Day. Um, for those of you celebrating. Also, please like, share, and subscribe so that I can channel your energy. Energy is timeless. So even if you're watching this at a later date or even after the live stream is over, I will be able to channel some signs and synchronicities if you ask for them, as well as some specifics to your situation. Uh, and also your energies and the energies connected to you. So let's get started. Let's see what we have. Well, love doesn't have to mean near. Okay, that was quick. Love doesn't have to be to mean near. Some are better loved at a distance for a while anyway. That's okay. Besides, love doesn't really know the difference. So today I'm gonna get um, love messages from the universe. No, sorry. I keep wait. Notes from the universe on love and connection for the stance. No astro or prairie. We'll get astro star star codes astro oracle, prairie oracle, Lenormand fairy oracle later on. My moonology deck is on hold because I'm doing shorts on zodiac for the zodiac. Those you love you. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. Tally ho, the universe. You'll find that find what you seek if you've ever suddenly found and been loved by someone. Amazing, awesome, fun, and fantastic. Chances are astronomical you will again, if you haven't yet found such a person, chances are astronomical you will. It's up to you, the universe. We had this yesterday, I think. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsal for the great stuff coming your way. Never regret love, no matter how blind it improved your vision, no matter how foolish it made you wiser, and no matter how generous it made you more. Hubba hubba, the universe. Let's take this. Love is the reason. Each person in your life each person in your life is there for a reason, and that reason always has something to do with love. Like me, the universe. We have, excuse me, excuse me. Thank you. Honor thyself. Whoever said, bless you energetically, thank you. Honor thyself. Maybe it was the universe. Just curious, when was the last time you looked into a mirror and addressed yourself as gorgeous, magnificent, or sublime? It matters. Here's looking at you, gorgeous. The universe, Pierce. Okay, hubba hubba counts. Turn on your love light. Sometimes the best way to remain sane is to love like crazy. Works for me, the universe. Thank you, universe. I find these cards a little like uh they're very how to say it. It's like messages from out there. It's like the entire universe coming, being put down on these cards. It's like a connection with the cosmos. It's amazing. It takes a while for me to connect with the energy, though. So, for what it is they're feeling, we have the Three of Pentacles. Uh, okay, I said feeling. Uh, so maybe, yeah, okay, I'll put that in the middle. There is some kind of transformation that's going on. They're feeling challenged, deceived. They're feeling that their feelings are quite focused on some kind of a workplace situation, and they're feeling challenged. They like we have the Eight of Swords here. Like, I don't how do I put this? It's like it's either that someone is feeling like people, whoever approaches them, has this like sword or dagger that they're holding, you know, and asking for an opportunity to speak to this person. They're feeling quite challenged by very deceiving people, by liars, by cheaters, by stealers, and they're feeling like, there's this collection of people surrounding them, like talking to them and wanting to put them in the trap, or they're remembering this, like in a workplace situation, and how like they stood up. They had to put up with it, no matter how horrible it got, no matter how challenging it got. They had to put up with it, and they kind of that's kind of died out now. It's like a sense of relief. It's like a painful relief. I feel, not a simple relief. It's like I sense some tears. I sense some um, relief that it's gone, and what they have gone through. A little bit of nostalgia here coming up for the challenge that they faced at work. Right, let's see. What are they thinking? We have the Justice card. We have the Temperance card. Thinking about, look at that. In spite of like them being trapped in a mental prison, it's like they knew that your y'all were, maybe y'all were separated, both of you were separated, and y'all still separated by the energy of this challenge that they were facing, of liars, cheaters, and stealers at a workplace. And in spite of that, like, there was this like energetic coming together of both of you constantly happening. And that catalyzing effect was possibly done by a catalyst. um, there was a catalyst soulmate, a person that had this a genuine person, a friend, like not one of these people who were lying and cheating and stealing from them in the workplace and things like that, and surrounding them and putting y'all in a mental prison. No, no, no. like, and also fear-based mental prison of, like, that these people would just like, you'll felt it, your person, either your person or both of you, like both of you felt it, like, they were just trying to scare you into thinking that they are going to hurt you or damage you. And and you all knew it, that you all knew that there was nothing to be afraid of. But that was kind of um creating a massive wall of a
Mm.
block. But still, energetically, you all were all like merging together. It was because they're thinking about it. Your person is clearly thinking about the presence of another. Maybe there was a friendly soul there, a friendly human present there, uh, sitting like well balanced and in their energy, who was creating this catalytic energy for you all to come together. Or maybe they have been contacted with your person uh, was contacted by this catalytic soulmate, the soulmate who was going to bring together. And they're thinking about the words. um, they're thinking very deeply about the words that this catalyst spoke about you. Yeah, it's like this this catalyst, or it could be like a friend, a, a secret friend who's like had like a secret crush on you, or has had a secret uh like crush on the two of you as a couple. Like, they are one of those people who like to bring people together, right? And some somebody has definitely praised you, and I'm seeing them connected to our energy, divine feminine, because the empress card is showing up here. And this person went through a transformation, like, a very a solid transformation, and in secret, like uh, over this, what is 7 6 um, November, December, January, February, March, February. Over these 3 to 4 months, 3 to 4 months, this person who's connected with you and just loves the beautiful unification of your energies, divine feminine with your divine masculine. They feel so much at peace. They feel that, you are the example, the prime example that they can give to everyone about the empress. But, like, it's not like a doormat, or like, a pushover, or walk, like somebody that people can walk over. Like, the divine feminine also can be very fierce. So you, most of the time, like, you are in this zone, creating alchemy within yourself. And it was amazing. For they might have met a lot of people who are able to create alchemy within themselves. And now they're seeing that, you us divine feminines, they've seen this person, this catalyst soulmate person, has has observed it over the last 4 months or so, how we are able to create it with our divine masculine counterpart, no matter what is going on in the in the physical world, life situation, physical life situation. We might, like, we might not even, there might be no contact, there might be separation. um Absolute, like, this, the moon card, like, it's in the shadows, like, in the 3D world, the interactions are not there, basically. Like, you can't see them, it's a mystery. And they've been thinking that, you've been this catalyst, a soulmate, has been thinking that you're somehow in touch with them, and then they realize that actually not, both of them are not in touch with each other, but energetically they're always together. And the soulmate, I think, has connected telepathically with your divine masculine, with our divine masculine counterpart as well, somehow, because there is definitely like some connection happening, like catalytic activity happening. And this person is showing up on our side, divine feminine. Also, like, yeah, the thinking about how they have been trapped, their energies have been trapped, and they have been holding them, they're holding themselves prisoner in their mind when they're thinking about this connection, especially when they possibly had a psychic connection. Also, what is coming out is like, maybe somebody tried to uh, cloud your energy, or not your energy, but clone your energy. And since y'all were blocked from seeing each other, um, they tried to clone your energy. These these people, these liars, cheaters, stealers, these deceivers, these deceptive people, right? They tried to pitch other females as the divine feminine, or the empress. So these deceptive people, like your divine masculine, is saying that how they had a mental prison around them, even though the our divine masculine kind of know that, yes, there's some kind of foul play happening. And unless and until that action or activity is done, you can't really tell what they're doing. So they've been sitting there right in the middle of the mental prison that these people were trying to do, and they're thinking about how uh like this block was placed for them from in between you and in between us and our in between divine feminine and divine masculine, right? The block was placed like a physical block, um a phone block, telecommunication block. Like, we have swords here. So and seven of swords, right? The deception. So basically communication, telephonic communication, or communication on social media and things like that, they tried to block it. It was definitely intercepted. Some kind of information was probably harvested, maybe a message or something was extracted. They're feeling this strongly, like, they're feeling this strongly that some portions of your conversations with each other, maybe um, they've gone missing, right? They've gone missing. And those the basically the way we speak to the divine masculine, and we show up around divine masculine, these deceptive people, the feeling is these deceptive people kind of tried to surround them with like other profiles, uh, and send messages through the other profiles, of females talking and saying the same thing. And also um, possibly showing up. I don't see anyone showing up, like, physically, uh, at all. But it was definitely, there were some definitely technical interference blocks, two blocks, or the moon And even in their thoughts, definitely in their thoughts, in their mental energy. And there was a block place, like, mentally they were blocked, like, being blocked from feeling your energy, thinking about this union that was happening between us and them, between divine feminine and divine masculine. Even as a collective, they were seeing a lot of people, even if they're not on twin flame journeys, they were sensing a lot of people's energies, like coming together, like the masculine and feminine working in one, in singularity, in union. And somehow, like, our divine masculines were for such a long time, that entire alchemical process of humanity, collectively, the divine collective, uh, the union energies. It's like they've been they've been feeling, they know, like, they knew that information was kept away from them, that finally people are realizing of what true love is, what is true spirituality, what is. So they were kind of that, they were kept in the shadows, that human, the collective consciousness of planet earth, of the divine collective of humanity, is awakening. Now it is inevitable, everybody has to, like, think about it. It started happening possibly around Libra Sagittarius season, or even as far back as Pisces and Taurus season. Pisces and Taurus season last year, possibly. um, During that, like, this block became permanent, like, the midst this mental block, this technological block. I have a strong feeling that somebody had hacked into their phone and blocked you. They're thinking about some kind of social media blocking. There's a social media blocking, a phone telecommunication blocking, blocking over the internet and at telephone, a digital technical uh, block that was placed. And they're thinking that, it's like, who done it. It's like, who done it. They're open to thinking that, you, they they possibly assumed that they're open to thinking it in a balanced way, that maybe uh, either they blocked us or we blocked them, or both the divine masculine and feminine blocked each other. They're thinking that it was a mutual blocking. They're thinking that possibly it was a mutual blocking. But how did that come about? And why was it necessary? Why? Like, it seems now they're kind of seeing that it was such a pointless thing to do. It was just something really silly. Like, yeah, look at that, 8 of wands, when the communication was, like, going on, like, it was happening. There was, whatever it was always, it was always happening. And why was it blocked? What was the reason? The reason remains a mystery to them. This block, this moon card, and the 8 of swords, the 8 of swords, why, how did we get blocked? It's like they're thinking, the straining, their mind is straining, like, I'm it's like, um yeah, they're so confused, like, what the hell. Look at that, Ace of Wands, communication confused, like, there were messages, back and forth messages. Like, look at that, there was back and forth messages that they're thinking about, like, somebody was speaking their mind, somebody was speaking their heart, and there's back and forth messages, and all of this, like, sure, like chaotic energy, because one is speaking from the mind, or and the other speaking from the heart, and then they like, and suddenly, like, because one realizes that one is speaking from the mind, and one realizes that the other is speaking from their heart, the next set of messages will, like, okay, now I'm going to speak from my mind because you want to be logical about this, and they're like, okay, you want to be passionate about this, okay, fine, I'm going to speak from the heart. And that kind of stuff, like, that crazy, like, crazy love stuff was going on between the divine masculine and divine feminine, like, for a very long time, as the communication was going on, and they were pretty happy about it. And it was mostly intuitive as well. Like, you all, we like the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the divine counterparts, twin flame, soulmates, whatever you resonate with, that we it's like, we don't need to actually communicate with each other over using the phone, or using any kind of technology, right? It's either that, or we it's uncanny sometimes, the intuitive connection, it's like real time. It's like actual physical information will change, right? Messages might change and phone calls might change, and that's literally happened. Like, I've observed this phenomena between me and my divine counterpart for like about 2 years now. Yeah, 20, yes, 2 years now. And uh, the in 2021, we we met each other in the physical, like finally, like, the grand reintroduction, like permanent initial introduction, like, unlocked, like initial introduction unlocked, not like, we being around each other and thing missing each other, or possibly having connected on the internet. Like, I channeled that also, like, it's been about 12 years, 12 years or more, like 15 years or so, like, we've been crossing each other's profiles on the internet. And none of us really took it very seriously. We just like, I know my divine masculine counterpart, and I know myself as well. Like, it was always like, a new thing for us to try out. It was not so much about the people. We like to put content out there. We like photographs, or like taking pictures of ourselves, things, and places, and just interacting with the platform and generating content for the platform for the time being. And that's how we had connected with each other on the internet, more definitely more than 10 years ago. But since the last 10 years, there was definite, like, actual physical world, like, in interactions since 2012 or so. Right. But before that, it was mainly, okay, we are stumbling upon each other's profile quite frequently through recommendations and things like that. Um, so it's been going on for more than a decade and a half, right? Being on the internet, on these platforms, your social media platforms, and then just falling out of touch, like, us, our connection getting blocked on the internet. But after the meeting, right? After the meeting around January, it was the last 2 days of January, the 30th or 31st, right? That's when we met. And then uh, and it was quite depressing and very, very dark and quiet around Valentine's Day. But he had arranged for very bright and colorful celebration for Valentine's Day, and we had already connected. It had been 2 weeks, and then I was like, okay, like everybody around the locality was there, and at his party, and everybody was celebrating. He was just like hanging out, having a good time. It felt like he had a success, and all of us are our energies just cleared up, and we were in such a cheerful mood. And so Valentine's Day, the day is so important. Like it was amazing that we just got out of the darkness, right? So and then last year, also like around like the 13th or something, it was something phenomenal. Like we had stopped interacting so much on like messenger and things like that. It was so much intuition. And by that point, it felt unnecessary to message on the phone, because we're always anyways constantly on our phones, right? So we if it literally felt pointless to me when we have such a strong telepathic connection, intuitive connection, not just telepathy uh, like has some sort of time delay dilation, and telepathy is amongst not your person. It's you have like you can telepathically connect with all the minds. Like the mind is one collective thing, right? So you can connect with anyone through telepathy, but this is more like intuitive communication. It was so strong and it was so on point, and we felt like we were like at one point our minds were intuitively connecting, wanting to connect, but we were in opposite we were how do you say we were switching the category, very fast when it came to communication, and if one person picked like mind over heart, then the other person would intuitively switch to like heart over mind when it came to communication. That's why it was I mean I still I felt like it was okay to like not message and text, because then that leads to a row. But there was some kind of happiness in that kind of confusion. There was still okay, I feel like I felt comfortable, and he felt comfortable, in that, and in that confusion and chaos, chaotic space of communication, because that's how communication has been in my experience with other people, on social media, on the internet, and things like that. uh I feel like somebody reads it in another context, somebody's thinking about it logically, and somebody else is reading about it passionately, and they have some triggers, woundings that are triggered, and then that they're communicating from a trauma space, whereas one person is trying to discuss it logically, right? But then suddenly, uh, the slow and steady, there was blocks placed in accessing each other's social media, and it still remains a mystery of how that happened. And they're feeling very strongly that it's because possibly they held back from expressing something, and that's why they felt challenged from being able to express something very strongly. They felt very challenged, and because of this workplace situation, like they felt really challenged expressing something, expressing themselves, or they felt like they had to hold some information uh, back from us, divine feminine. The feeling that they had to hold some information back, and it was so challenging because we are intuitively connected. Like, we instantly know when something happens, and I feel that there's like this sudden ending with the death card here to all of this eight of swords, the moon. It's like something just came out into the open with the justice card there. Something just balanced out, like communications has been restored, like, in a sense, like this block, this challenge has ended completely. And then mystery still remains a mystery. It's like that's what I'm hearing, like the mystery will still remain a mystery. um let's see what they're wanting to say. uh, I heard the mystery will remain a mystery till we actually speak about it. Like, hey, like what happened? Look at that. We had the justice card here again. And the Empress card here again. It's like somebody, like, there were a lot of people who were possibly like moonlighting as you, not around moonlighting as us, divine feminine, but not around the divine masculine. But this friend, this soulmate, the catalyst soulmate, and we share one catalyst at least, at a in this lifetime, like, in a particular situation, like, the divine masculine has their own catalysts, and we have our own catalysts, but we also have this matchmaker kind of person with us, like. So there is someone who worked really hard. 717, there's someone who worked really hard to do the opposite of what uh, this person is now doing. Like, there's matchmaker catalyst, and the other one was not, right. Uh, the other one basically like pushed you, created a distance between you two. But what this person who was trying to create a distance between you two and stop you all from coming together, that catalyst, uh, what they didn't know is that there is somebody else who's observing all of this and seeing everything, and the divine masculine part also is able to telepathically communicate with this person, this matchmaking catalyst soulmate, and also the divine feminine is able to connect telepathically with this person. And not just that, they have been seeing the couple, and they know the entire story. Like, they know the the true story. They know the truth. They know all of the truth. And it's like this person is very confident, and they will speak up. They're possibly good at speaking. They're good at speaking, and so they will speak up on the behalf of the divine feminine here, because her energy was kind of uh, uh, blocked. The true divine feminine energy was blocked from the divine masculine, and she went through a massive transformation, massive. And the divine feminine energy, transformative energy, creative, the energy of creativity, was uh was kind of disrespected, because it was first and foremost trapped in this block, uh, that trap that was placed around like from the divine masculine be able to reaching her out. They're thinking about the divine masculine is thinking about how they feel so trapped uh, from accessing your energy and accessing you and accessing channels through you. But they're always intuitively connected to you, and they also know, like, they've sensed your energy in everything. They sense the divine feminine's energy wherever it is, wherever it has been, and they were good with it. And what this matchmaking soulmate catalyst realizes what created this mysterious block around the communication with within the divine feminine and divine masculine. They kind of see it because the justice card is here, like, this is. And so this is what our divine masculines are wanting to say, like, I know what this person, this true matchmaking catalyst, not this fake matchmaking catalyst soulmate who kept on blocking us from coming towards each other. Like, I know what this true matchmaking catalyst uh, has seen. So basically, I've seen the truth from another perspective and our true friends perspective, not these like fake friends uh, uh, who like approach us in goodwill, and they pretend like, they approach us like, they are our friends, but they're holding something back and ready to wait and stab us, like, and like they use this divine connection to do that. The Seven of Swords here, right? Okay, so Three of Pentacles. It's like they're saying that they're they've been working on something that is based on uh, what they have telepathically heard from this true matchmaking catalyst soulmate, as well as intuitively, energetically from us, divine feminine. I want to put it like that. And yeah, and are saying like, you know, there's they're saying that they know that you've been holding space for this new beginning, not like just the two of you, but a new beginning for them. Like, you have been energetically holding space and guiding, like waiting for the time when your divine masculine, when our divine masculine counterpart is finally like his energy is free of this, and flying. And Eight of Wands, right? Look at that. King of Cups. Oh my God. Ten of Pentacles. This is beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. They know that we have been holding space for them, and these union energies all throughout this. They know they all throughout this. They know that we have been holding space for them to be able to rise up from the depths of their emotions. It's like they're saying that yes, my emotions have risen up. I've heard my spirit guides. I've heard the seraphim, and now I am here in my new beginning. That is what they're wanting to say. And the Ten of Pentacles, I feel like you've always been here close to me, and I've held you close to myself. Your energy has always been so close to me. Look at that. This is what the divine masculine is saying, like, So energy has always been close to me, and I think the moon will show up like this show up like this today. A little thicker though, but like this kind of crescent, waning crescent. No, it won't. Maybe it's like they will come up and speak to you on a waning, yeah, on a crescent moon night. Or this has already happened, like about 10 days ago. It's like you almost have felt like about 10 days ago, like you no, yeah, okay, 10 days ago, like you almost have felt like their energy is just them having to hold back their emotions and communicating their emotions and things like that. Going so far into depth, like of the underworld, these ancient feelings and these ancient energies that they have unlocked because of your constant support and energetic support that has led them to and unlocked the communication, the telepathic communication between you and between them and the true matchmaking catalytic soulmates. That energy just opened up, and that telepathic communication, and then it was like, oh, all right. And then it was like, oh my god, this project that I've been working on, she had been waiting for me to start working on it too, right? The same, it's like the energy of what you were waiting on them to do, and what they always knew that you wanted, you were hoping that they would do the right thing, like when it comes to their career, right? The material world, they they were waiting, like divine feminine, like we were holding space till they realized, like there was self realization that this kind of stuff needs to end, because it's your pinnacle showing up here. You need to catch the right energy, and whose energy is the right energy, and whose energy is the right energy, because divine feminine, we are saying, I'm showing up here, you are sensing me here, there is balance, that we there has been some foul play, and you have been blocked from communicating with me. And then there's so much more foul play when it comes to your workplace. There's nasty stuff, and you're having to uh, put such a strong ending to this Three of Pentacles situation. So, what is that energy? What is that energy? Have you recognized? Have you understood? Have you understood how to uh, translate energy into actual physical world guidance for your career, right? And it was suddenly, like out of the blue, like the divine masculine's energy, just like emotional energy, just rose up and understood, okay. And intuitively, honestly, not even intuitively, they have been doing this all along. And that is what the divine feminine, us divine feminines, have been telling the divine masculine: you are doing great. There are people in your life, there are people who are surrounding you, they are stopping you, they are posing that challenge. The work you do is great, but they kind of had to be some self realization on that front. And when they got this telepathic communication from this, unlocked the telepathic communication from this matchmaking catalyst soulmate, right? Who's like had this like crush on uh your your both relationship, like not a crush, but that to like, no, this is my favorite equation right now, like, this is very interesting, and this is so balanced, I feel so balanced, and this is so beautiful to watch, this energetic exchange is so beautiful to watch. And so like when the divine masculines were able to see that there is some there's support from this person, and they unlock the law of telepathic messages from them, and all of the telepathic messages were concerning were basically, they confirmed what the divine feminine had always been saying, that you've always been on that genuine course. You've always done the right thing. You've always been good. Your work and your ability to do work, to carry the weight, to to like take the best decision for yourself by throwing away all of these wasted people, like in the past, like, you knew that, she was the one person that, you trusted the most, and possibly the only person you've ever trusted when it comes to work. You were all right, you were correct when it came to your career. This person, this uh true catalyst, or matchmaking catalyst, right, is telling them, you know what, like telepathically telling them, you were always spot on about your career. You've done this on your own, always. You shouldered the weight of your career on your own, right? And the only other person you ever felt like could match you was your divine feminine. And uh the catalyst is basically telling them that, you were right all around. It doesn't matter, you were right about her. You are right about your career moves, whatever it might have been. You are in the right. You've had made the perfect decision. And that just shifted the divine masculines emotional energy, which they were hiding, right? uh, with the King of Cups here, like hiding their emotions of regarding their work, or their dreams, their that they had just possibly, like, stopped speaking about, because the only person that they could actually speak about all of these things in the right context of how they actually felt, like equal context, was the divine feminine, right? Was the divine feminine, us divine feminines, right? So it's like, without that, they were like, it's pointless talking to these people about anything. That's why they just like kept quiet all this while. And then suddenly, like, a few days ago, it's just like they just they got a bunch of spirit guides, new spirit guides, very sent by the seraphic seraphim, and those are the supreme archangels. And then they were like, oh wow, like, okay, this is this new spirit guidance. And our divine masculines also are very, very spiritual, but when they get trapped like this, right, it's like the spirit shuts down as well. The spirit shuts down, and now it's been liberated. They're like, okay, finally, oh my god, I'm free. Like, it's like, yay, I'm free. Where is that? Like, yeah, okay. And then flying around, they're checking it out. They're checking their strengths. They're checking their ability to fly around, and it's like they're checking their ability to be able to do this comfortably, being led by these new spirit guides that are sent by the supreme archangel or the seraphim, right? And it's like, let's look at the world through this new spirit guide that I have, and they're still in that, this distant look in their eyes. You know, what is happening? What are these energies? Where are here? It's like the energy that they felt in in most of the conversations, or all of the conversations rather. The energy is the same as they feel while flying around the cosmos energetically, supported by their spirit guide, ready to do this new life with confidence that yes, I was right about divine feminine. I was right about the fact that both of like she gets me like, and nobody else. It's like it's her that gets me, and like I have confirmation from another person as well who I do respect very much, and who is a respectable person, and they also kind of have experience what uh, what. So this Libra person is quite. We have the lovers and the emperor. They know about this journey. So this Libra person, the real matchmaking catalyst soulmate, right? They are have they have a credible career, unlike these people who had been surrounding them in their workplace. And one of the fake it's 3 o'clock. One of the fake matchmaking catalyst soulmates, that the ones that separated us from our counterpart, the divine masculine is like basically like, okay, um I was right about that person as well. I was right about that person, that that person was is a terrible person, and how they know is that this Libra person it has such a great career. They like, okay, I know that in spite of all of this, I'm still connecting with this. In spite of all of this, like going down so ugly and bad, this person does genuinely show up and show respect to me, even in telepathy. Like this Libra person is very very respectful of both the divine counterpart and especially the divine feminine counterpart. And they have like this double confirmation, like yes, that is her, that is my divine feminine. It's like they know that it is us, and they know that they are right in their career moves, because telepathically this person who has a great career is connecting with them and giving them that reassurance and that confirmation that you were right all along. And then when they look back and think about that fake person and how they would claim to have a hold of their work and their career, and they never had it. They were just trying to get they were just trapping that they were trying to create distance, a rift, and keep the divine masculine and divine masculine away from this feminine, and in a mind trap, like of lies possibly, because we have the Seven of Swords here. Definitely liars, a lot of lies, a lot of stealing, a lot of cheating. This bunch of people at the workplace, a lot of it. Yeah, to clarify, the swords, yeah. They were thinking so strongly about making you a monetary offer as well as a romantic offer, and that is they're thinking how they're just wondering about how did they get how did they get trapped about this? How did this mental prison come about? Because it's like they were very clear, they're very strong, they were very strong in their mind, heart, and soul, like my body and soul, that this is a ace of pentacles, like, and how did that get locked up? Why did that get locked up? And so they're trying to say, let's say let's see why did that get locked up. What one card for what they are thinking, please? Yeah, like, they're like, it was like my wish come true, like, it was like the wish come true. Yeah, dream come true, wish come true, when it came to finding the woman of their dreams, like the dream woman and woman as and or man, like, that we could be like a woman and be in divine masculine polarity, and or be there could be a man who's in divine feminine polarity. So they were like, oh my god, this is my dream person, this is the one that I've been seeing, this person dream, like a magical angel, like, just an angel sent from above to just, you know start this new beginning, this dream career beginning with. And also, like, they're also magical. It's like, if you asked for that one and only, like, a soulmate, um guardian angel in human form, like, uh this was this person, like, they only ever asked the divine masculines, they only ever asked for one person, and they got their exact person in us divine feminines. And they were right there, like, they had possibly made this offer, the ace of pentacles. And it's like they feel like, they did it in their mind, they never really spoke about it. It's like they did it in their mind, but when it comes to an actual work situation, a venture which has finances involved in it, with the ace of pentacles here, this can be communicated telepathically, like, hey, you are my wish fulfillment, that, right? Like, that was clearly communicated intuitively, telepathically, to uh the divine feminine and everyone around. That is definitely not a secret. That's like the worst kept secret ever, right? So everybody knows that divine masculine found their guardian angel, their dream person in the person of their dreams, in us, divine feminines. But when it comes to, like, wanting to work with us, that had to be physically communicated, and uh, actually verbally communicated. There had to be a plan, but they just suddenly were put in this mental prison with some, like, nocturnal activity, like some occult activity and practices and stuff, that those secrets are coming out into the open. Those secrets are coming out into the open. Look at that. I just pulled the card out from on top of the deck. Like, those secrets are coming out into the open. Somebody's speaking up about this, like, there's the justice card is here three times, one, two, three, like, some heavy libra energy. There could be, like, somebody in the higher ups and the authority, and then, it could be like uh uh like an official person, like an investigator or something coming up, and then also like possibly uh, the catalyst, the true matchmaking catalyst soulmate uh, uh, could be showing up, and then it's like letting some secrets out, some secret information. They might, like, this suddenly out of the blue on the full moon night, like this higher up, this official, this authority, like, in the investigative force, they like suddenly realize something that happened about these nocturnal activities that were happening in the same vicinity as the divine masculine and as the divine feminine. But they are definitely they're possibly going and getting in touch with the divine masculine, and this is like a higher up authority, as well as, like, possibly the 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 true matchmaking catalyst soulmate. They have been communicating with our divine masculine telepathically, right? And then suddenly this, at the same time, like, they pop up in front of each other as well. Yeah. I see it something like that. And that is what the divine masculine is wishing for as well. Yes, that is what they're wishing for. Like, this nocturnal, like, candlestick scandal details now. Like, I need the last detail. I need the last detail on this, so that I know how, what, and how did I not end up for such a long time making this offer, like actually initiating this, not even making this offer, like initiating this, and then making an offer of love. How did it has it not happened in such a long time? And both of these have an answer, and independently, like, the authority is doing their own thing, and this catalyst is like has their, like, input on it, on these candlestick activities. Both of them have it independently of each other and of this situation as well. Like, they're independent observers, and they've just, because they've been as independent observers and investigators, they've just come up to the truth. They've seen the truth from afar, right, about this nocturnal candlestick scam, like scandal, whatever was being conducted, for which they had to put the divine masculine in a mental prison and stop them from initiating this this work offer, as well as communicating their feelings to us divine feminine. Wow, it all is making sense. Okay, now they're out of this mental prison. Like, they're looking at the mental prison from a different perspective. Whatever thoughts that they had while they were there, different to that. Like, they definitely have processed that, but now they're processing their feelings and emotions. The divine masculine processing their feelings and emotions while they were there in this mental prison, right? Surrounded. Whoa, sorry. Oh my god. Surround. That's weird. That something really weird happened. Like, it's a confirmation. I see one person coming in and going. It's like, okay, you're giving me, your energy is giving me confirmation after confirmation. If you're resonating with this reading, or, like, if you have something going on, like, you're getting confirmations. So if you stick around, maybe I will give you more hints as to why. Like, there might be a word, or some imagery that you see, color, number, or whatever. You can come back later on and watch the entire video. I won't go. So basically, like, the divine masculine is our divine masculines are compiling. Now they're looking at this mental prison from the perspective of their feelings when they were in this mental prison, right? they're done with it, thinking about it logically, and they have come up to this kind of wisdom. And we have two queens here, right? They've come to this wisdom, like, this, the all-seeing eye, like, the inner eye is open, the third eye is open. And it's regarding this twin flame situation that's going on uh, in the world. This year is of twin flame union, so each and every individual soul that is on the twin flame journey is uh is in union energies. That means they're inner polarities of the masculine and feminine, have recognized the divinity of the soul, the eternal nature of the soul, and they have also recognized each and every individual soul on the twin flame journey is now realizing how far uh, behind, like, their journey actually began, like ages and eons we before this particular lifetime. And they do feel the eternal nature of their soul, and now it's like permanently locked into that consciousness, the unity consciousness, the singularity consciousness, right? So the divine masculine counterparts can't help but uh see, process their feelings. While they had some fears, they were kind of hesitating, processing their feelings while they were there in this mental prison, because they knew that those feelings are going to be heavy. But now that they're kind of out of it, and they kind of getting that final clue from two independent people and the people that they respect, and they were like, I didn't know that they were going to get give me these final clues. I thought I was the one who was going to have to figure it out. And through how I felt, like what was my gut feeling about the situation. The divine masculines were thinking that 1 for 4 on the clock. The divine masculines are thinking that, I'm gonna have to figure it out all on my own. What is left for me to do? Okay, let me process my feelings about my gut feelings while I was there, in my feelings and emotions when I was there in this mental trap. And because I still have a memory of it, I know how it feels, because it just like kind of gotten out of it very very recently. So they're like, my memories are fresh, and I'm out of the mental prison now, so let me uh process my feelings so they won't be that heavy, right? And then as soon as they do as soon as they are like, okay, finding themselves in that place of balance and harmony, and also our energy very very close to them, and they can actually feel their emotions about us. They're suddenly getting like information from two sources, like, hey, these have been my official investigation. And the soulmate, he's like, I'm coming to you as a friend. I know this happened on this day. And then they were like, oh, okay. That is what my gut has been saying, that this was a plot. This was a plot to keep me stuck, to keep me down in the dumps. This was a plot against me. It wasn't happening around me, it was happening to me. And people just kept making me feel that it is happening around me. It was not creating any damage. They had some kind of shady business going on, and it was not affect and I was completely safe from it and out of it. And uh, it I can they were making me feel that it had absolutely no consequences on my life, but my gut was telling me that I have suffered way too much. It was not just the drama that they were creating. I've my foundation was shattered. All that I had built, like, in this workplace situation, that what I had to end it. I had to end my workplace situation. That all the dreams, like, it was part of my dreams, like, my future vision, the foundation of my spiritual journey, my soul's journey in this lifetime, that is the twin flame journey. It was the foundation, whatever I'd built my career so far, and I've had to break it down. So, like, this is what my gut was trying to tell me, that I was inside a safe zone, and these people, the divine masculines, realize know that their gut feeling is really strong now, that they know that uh they were attacked, and like they were really, this was a plot against them, and not happening around. The scandal was not happening around them, the scandal was happening to them. The scam was not happening around them, the scam was happening to them. This is possibly what we've been trying to tell them as well for a very long time. And then it's like, okay, let's see what we have. Mm, yeah, it's like this, like, they had their vision of this workplace and then blocked. But whatever was blocked is like now coming out into the open. It's coming out into the open after this workplace situation ended. It's like come out into the open, and it was there in the emotional centers of the body, right? Emotional centers, like the spiritual centers. So it was a very emotional, and this information was stored in emotions and spirit. And once this broke down, once the divine masculine put an end to this workplace situation, that information was released, like emotionally, and they felt it in their spirit, and they were trying to guard their emotions. They're trying to guard their emotions, they're trying to respect their emotions, and it's mutual. Like even us divine feminines, we are holding space for them, and we're respecting their emotions, and they see that, they recognize that now. Once this situation has ended, this situation that had their attention and focus all this while, had them blocked from seeing. Okay, now they're stepping up. They're stepping up. They're okay. I heard the song. It's the final countdown. Da-da-da-da. They're stepping up to meet us, divine feminines. They're really stepping up to meet us. Yeah, it can just like happen overnight. Okay, the energies can just like switch overnight is what I'm getting. um like it's like overnight justice to the situation that ended between us and this offer, the situation that allowed the offer to be made by the divine masculine. What that was ended, it could just like restart, because there's literally no ending and beginning in this connection between the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And the twin flame journey will teach you that, the inner divine feminine and the divine masculine, like there is actually no separation, there is no starting and beginning, it's all an illusion. So what situation and what steps and what challenges, like, this is the nine of wands, like, they want to say that it's like a sudden epiphany moment, like, light bulb moment. um it's like that they're having, and they wanted to say, like, what is starting and beginning in between us. What does that even mean? Like, I don't understand, like, uh, what situation is needed for us to sustain this, or what situation uh ends for it to be unsustainable. There is no sustainable and unsustainable when it comes to us. There is no starting and beginning, ending, beginning and ending when it comes to our connection. Like, the divine counterparts are two individual soulmates who've graduated on that or graduated from doing their learning, uh, to learning self sufficiency, and shedding all codependent aspects of their own life situation, individual life situation, and they reach to the point where two individual soulmates, they recognize that their divine masculines are exact mirror, and that divine feminines are exact mirrors, and across, like, divine masculine in her loves the divine feminine eternally, and the divine uh, feminine me in me loves the divine masculine in her eternally. The divine feminine in her is the one who is holding space for my divine, for my divine masculine, and my divine masculine is slowly and gradually awakening and finding himself in the space that she has been holding for herself, for my divine masculine. So so they're like, what is this illusion like between us, this physical world illusion, as the stupid, how did that come in between the two of us? And it's like, all I want to say to the divine masculine counterparts, like, is that there there are actual laws of this physical plane of existence. All right, it's not it's not that it's coming in between the divine counterparts. It's like that situation exists, and you need to deal with it, with the truth of that situation. If it is a bad space, if it's a bad space, it can come in between divine counterparts as well. So what is the lesson in that? That you got to open your eyes and recognize the factors, the negative factors, the negative people, the toxicity, the toxic people, the people who are hurting you. You are not invincible because you're on the twin flame journey. In fact, you are really vulnerable. Even if you are invincible physically, you are actually put in situations where you're vulnerable to all sorts of attacks. Like, in the larger scheme of things, the cosmic, the world, the intergalactic, the interstellar, the worldwide, the communalism part of it, the nationalism, the world war, all of that, like community, family, internal family conflicts, conflicts. You're right in the middle. You're right in the center of all the conflicts, and they will keep expanding to the end of the cosmos. They're right, and you need to know how to diffuse that situation for your own good, right? You need to learn to you need to learn to be in a place with which aligns with your highest good, and leave the situations behind, or put an end to the situations that are completely out of alignment to your highest good. And you got to do it unbiased, with justice. It should be like the right thing. It should be done from a place of Zen. And it takes self realization. You need to do this thinking on your own. Divine feminines and divine masculine, both. Like, you should do this thing. This self realization is on your own. So, this is what I want to tell. This is what I want to tell the divine masculine. It's like, it's all right. It's all right. Like, you didn't have to, like, kind of, you don't have to figure it out how the physical situation uh, affects our relationship. That's not the point. You're supposed to think about the fact that your physical situation does not is out of alignment with you, and it has been for quite some time, and this is what your divine feminine counterpart, we've been telling you for such a long time. And why was it that you were unable to hear it? That means that you were not allowing yourself to tell yourself the truth, right? That's why you were not hearing it from your divine counterpart, you are not hearing it from your actual soulmates or true family members, like who are your support system. The fourth one talks about support system. And when that entire support system, as well as the the ones that were blocking your stability and your support system from coming towards you and helping you in your life and your career, when that entire situation went away and you were just left with self reflection, that's when you suddenly saw it, like, that this situation, in itself was meant to be broken. And this is what us divine feminines have been telling you all along. And now a person who was almost a stranger to you, but you still had that ultimate respect for them, for the work that they do, and the way they conduct themselves around you, and us divine feminines, like, once they've got confirmation from him, like, a vote of confidence from this catalyst soulmate, real soulmate, and this fake matchmaking catalyst soulmate is nowhere to be found. All of these people, these nasty people who ran the scandal, they just like disappeared into the darkness. And that was like this kind of a wish fulfillment, like, this is what they would be like praying for, like, in these union energies, when they've aligned with their true self, and inner knowing, right? In these union energies, they'll be just like wishing for like these people to disappear. The ones who'd be fake, who had been faking their divine feminine energy, once they recognize their divine feminine energy, their divine masculine energy, they understood what's what and what is not, right? So they're like, okay, I want these fakers to disappear. And then it's like, wish granted. Now the fakers are blocked. Now the fakers are blocked. Now that entire situation has been broken down and now restructured, reworked. And whatever's been going on, like, they realize that, hey, you know what? Like, we've always been doing this together. Like, how? Like, it's like, I think they're wanting to ask you this. Like, they think that, like, but we're saying, like, it does. I mean, there is no connection there, like, because we live on this invisible plane, and this beautiful invisible plane, in our own realm. Our spirits, our souls live there, and we function from there. That's what. And yeah, we're eternally bonded in like divine union. Our spirits are married to each other in a happily ever after. We're always making this energetic proposal to each other constantly. This is our inner eternal state, like, always in this eternal magical space where our wishes are getting fulfilled. And what is that wish? What is that wish that we have, that we get to offer our undying love and loyalty to each other's spirit. And that's what we are always doing, like, in each and every moment. Like, it's that eternal moment of heaven and bliss, and that union that our spirits have been all throughout these ages, since before the beginning of time. And it will last till after the beginning of time. So all of these things that happen in between, like, they're just happening. Those are just events recorded in the Akashic records. And there's a house, like, they've been building this house. They've been building this house, and it's like, they've been keeping it a secret. Like, it's like your house of love, as well as the safe house for this project. And that's what's kept them going. This is what they're saying. And, they had guidance from possibly a, a star seed Starseed, soulmate, Six of Cups. Starseed soulmate, that you share the highest level soulmate. They had some help, like energetically at least, like, or in their Akashic records, meditations, their lucid dreaming, astral projections. They had help from this highest level soulmate, star seed.